Before poor John gets turfed out altogether, let's turn our attention to the garden. It's mainly laid to lawn, wrapping itself all around the property. This house also benefits from a barn-style double garage. So, nice garden, isn't it?
It is
Yeah,
very
beautiful,
nice.
yeah, wrap-around garden.
It's a big house, you know.
Yeah.
It is
I know
a
you're
big
coming
house.
from a big house, but
Yes.
for the both of you, I would say you
It's
wouldn't
got
want anything
enough
bigger than that,
rooms,
really,
no.
would you?
No,
No.
you're right, you are right.
So what do you reckon it's on the market for?
I would say 675.
£675,000?
Yes.
Okay, how about you?
Well, I think I'm going to go in lower.
Right.
I'm going to say 635.
It's currently in the market for £565,000.
Really?
Oh, that's surprising.
It's well
yeah.
worth that.
Well, we'll go back in and have a look around, and I'll be by the front,
Okay.
smelling the
Okay.
lavender.
All right.
And
Rather
the
nice.
roses,
And the
yeah.
roses. I always smell the roses. You hear that? Go on, off you
All
go.
right, thank you,
Okay,
Alex.
then.
Thank you.
Take your time, yeah?
Thank you very much.
Comfortably under budget at £565,000, this charming recently built thatched cottage has the visual appeal of a more historic property. It comes with a superb country-style kitchen diner, living areas that offer a few traditional features, and scope to build a conservatory with the right planning permissions. There are 4 bedrooms to choose from, as well as a good-sized garden, and the whole lot is set in a picturesque rural village.
First impressions of the house as we walked up through the gate from outside, it quite took my breath away. Maybe quite emotional because it is a beautiful looking house.
What do you think of this
It's a
room?
strange space.
And look at this, you just banged your head on there as
Yeah.
well. I don't know, it's, I could see it being more of a storage area. When I came through the gate, I saw the front of the house with its lovely porch and roses, and I thought, oh, this is lovely. Just what you would imagine, a chocolate box house. But some of the rooms could have been a bit bigger, especially upstairs.
And you're still smiling.
Hello.
Seen enough?
Yes, yes.
Tell you what, that lavender
Yes.
smells gorgeous, and the roses. Beautiful. Jump in the car?
Yes, please.
Come
Yeah.
Set amongst the rolling hills behind Dorset's Chesil Beach is the beautiful village of Abbotsbury, home to the remains of Abbotsbury Abbey, whose Benedictine monks established a swannery here back in the 11th century. As Chrissy is keen to get involved with animal welfare, during the week we arranged for our buyers to meet the swannery's general manager, John Houston, to discover more about this ancient natural habitat of nesting mute swans.
The swannery, we think, started in around the 1040s when the Benedictine monks established a monastery on the hill at Abbotsbury village just behind us. The swans were already here, so the monks were really taking advantage of a wonderful source of free food.
Does anybody actually eat swan in this day and age?
No, no. The swans are protected. Most swans are owned by the Queen, except uniquely here at Abbotsbury, the swans are owned by the Ilchester Estates, who purchased Abbotsbury off Henry VIII in 1541. The feathers from our Abbotsbury swans are used by Lloyd's of London to record sunken ships in their Book of Doom. And they've assured me that they would have used an Abbotsbury quill to record the sinking of the Titanic.
Oh dear, a lot of history.
It's amazing, isn't it?
At any given time, at least 1,000 swans feed and shelter in the lagoon, and the hatching of the first cygnet traditionally signifies the start of summer.
This is the only colony of mute swans you can visit anywhere in the world, and they're drawn here by the perfect 5-star swan conditions. The eelgrass in the water is one of their favourite foods. The freshwater streams are ideal for cygnets in their early stages because they can't tolerate seawater.
John, do swans make good parents?
On the whole, yes, but occasionally, for odd reasons, we get abandoned cygnets, and it might be a bad parent, or perhaps the parents have been attacked by a predator, like a fox. In those sad circumstances, we have our adoption pens to look after the cygnets who've been abandoned. Would you like to see them?
I'd love to.
Oh, yes, yes.
It's over this way.
Yes.
There are 5 of these pens at the swannery, which provide sanctuary to neglected cygnets before they can hopefully return to their natural environment.
Abandoned cygnets get put in here with a good family. And if it's done in the early stages, they will immediately bond. The sound of the signet will be recognised by the parent, they imprint, and they accept them as their own.
And how old are these signets, just out of interest?
They're probably only a week, 2 weeks old.
2 weeks old,
Oh,
is
they're
that all
quite
they
big
are?
for 2 weeks, aren't they?
It's the role of a swan herd to look after the welfare of the birds, which includes feeding twice a day and conducting an annual census. In fact, swan herds have been keeping records of cygnets born at the colony here since the late 14th century. But that's enough swanning about for now, as it's time to get back to the property hunt to try and find John and Chrissy the perfect place to spread their wings. For our second property, we're travelling around 12 miles south of our first location, to the town of Wimborne. Officially titled Wimborne Minster due to the presence of a huge 1,300-year-old limestone church, this market town has a much busier and livelier environment than our previous house. There are plenty of shops, restaurants and conveniences housed in attractive historic buildings, some of which date back to the 16th century. And they are all within walking distance from our second property, which provides a very modern contrast to the ancient architecture of the town centre.
Oh, lavender again.
Yes, lavender again, but a rather more unusual house. It's built in 2005. It actually won East Dorset House of the Year in 2005, the year it was built.
I can truly say I've never seen nothing like it.
The street aspect
Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing?
I don't know. I really don't know.
I get a bit worried when she's lost for words.
I suspect there's something on the other side.
Let's go and find out if you're right. Come on.
Yes.
This property is part clad in weathered oak, behind which is hidden a very unique house, designed by the current owners, who are well-renowned architects. Now John in particular wants something contemporary, so that's exactly what we're giving him here.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
OMG!
Well, it's not what you expect.
It's what you said though.
Yes.
I like.
Yeah?
I love the glass. The
Yeah,
glass.
the glass is lovely.
This is
It's like a tree house.
It is, isn't it? It's almost like having a conservatory and then the open space, your garden there.
The outside is actually coming to the inside.
Yeah.
Our first impressions, I like it. It's modern, which
Yeah.
I like. Contemporary. It's highly contemporary, which I like. I do like.
It's like something out of a magazine, isn't it?
It appeals to me.
Yeah?
Yep, I like. It does.
about you?
First impressions.
I need to see some more.
Okay. Well, come on then. Let's go. And the open plan theme continues.
Yeah, it flows.
Oh, right.
Flows
right.
nice. Flows nicely.
I do like that at the back.
Great
yes.
place to have a dinner party.
Yes, it's really nice there.
And to me, this is the hub of the house. This is the entertaining area where you would sit and have your food and cook, chat while you're doing it.
And looking out onto that sylvan
Yeah.
aspect.
I think it might be too modern for me.
Right.
Somehow, I don't know.
Open plan and modern is one thing in theory, though the reality does seem to be scaring Chrissy. But there's no doubt John is ready to seal the deal. And I must say I don't blame him, for this is a truly remarkable house. Off the dining area there's a compact study, and that takes us full circle back to the front hallway. This property features an upside-down layout, and the oak staircase leads down to the bedroom quarters on the lower ground floor, where there's also a utility room, as well as a luxurious, fully tiled bathroom. In total, there are 4 bedrooms, and the windows in each one frame the natural habitat outside, so it almost feels like a painted canvas. There's a beautifully appointed twin room and 2 similar-sized double bedrooms, which just leaves the largest bedroom, with direct access out to a private courtyard. This is the master.
The bedroom's nice.
Yes,
Like
yes.
the wardrobes. Lots of wardrobe space.
Lots of storage, yeah?
Love the window.
You've also got ensuite.
Ensuite. Could I
Whirlpool
have a
bath,
look?
yeah, have a look.
Whirlpool.
Very modern, yeah.
Oh, the bathroom's lovely.
Beautiful. Good size, yeah.
Really nice.
Love it, yeah.
So the idea is, you see, if you're lying in your bath,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're looking out onto water as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's called a vision pool, apparently.
Okay.
oh.
And then there's a little door leading out onto the garden. No diving in, okay?
Oh, the pool area.
Right, come on out.
Oh, right.
Big run up. You ready?
Oh dear.
Oh, Chris, can you imagine doing this when you're
no.
70 years old?
This is no good, Alice.
No?
No.
Why not?
A steep bank like that.
You just want to roll down it?
No, maybe children will,
Yeah.
and cats might like running up and down it, but can you imagine me gardening here?
I'm not sure. You've got your wraparound, you've got your garden from the front of the house coming
Yeah.
all the way around to this. This part they've just let overgrow. Okay, well let's talk money.
Money, let's say 699.
Wow, okay, £699,000.
Top of the budget. I think it's above budget. 720 maybe.
It's on the market for top of the budget. 700,000.
Exactly.
700,000.
Really? Is it? Okay.
Oh, so
That's a
I
good
was the
guess.
nearest.
You were.
699.
Such
Yes.
great joy in it. Yeah.
Yes.
That's a good
Yeah.
guess, Chrissy.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's quite a high price to pay for something that I wouldn't really be happy with.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair enough. Do you want to go and have another look around?
All right then.
Thank
See you in a bit.
Later,
Ta-ra. Right at the top of their budget at £700,000, this property meets much of our buyer's criteria, wrapped up in an outstanding contemporary finish. There's a spacious living room with sliding glass doors onto a huge decked terrace, a super slick kitchen flowing into a dining area, and 4 large bedrooms. The property also suits our reluctant drivers, being within striking distance of a lively town. But will the garden here make it too much of an uphill struggle?
Oh, this is a nice room. This must be like a second bedroom. It looks nice and airy.
Good size again, Chrissy, yeah?
Well, when I first saw house number 2, I was very surprised because I'd never seen anything like it in my life, I can truly say. It was very, very modern. And in fact, it was too modern for me, I would say. And for me, the house hasn't got the garden I would want. It's actually got a wild look at the back, which to me is a bit like a forest.
When I walked into the house, I was surprised, pleasantly surprised, because this type of house is the kind of thing I like. Modern, plenty of glass, open plan, and it really hit the spot for me. It really did. The lounge is the best space in the house. It's got sliding doors out onto the decking veranda, which is a really nice feature of the house. I don't feel enclosed in here. It doesn't feel small, and it flows lovely.
They've been in there long enough, I tell you. Oh.
Hello.
Ah, you took your time.
Well, John liked it so much.
I didn't want to leave.
Oh,
I like it.
well, you're going to have to leave because it's not your house yet.
No.
Don't even tell me if it is going to be. 2 very different houses today, so I think we'll go back and regroup. Start again tomorrow?
Yes.
Come on then.
Good
Look forward
idea.
to it.
As the sun sets across the Dorset countryside, we leave John and Chrissy to reflect on the 2 properties they've seen so far. With a budget of £700,000, London-based John and Chrissy have decided to quit the city for a rural home in Dorset, where they first met. So far, they've had a taster of traditional and a cut of contemporary, but coming up, the origins are rather confusing in the mystery property.
It's not a joke house, is it?
No, this is all for real.
No. It's not a
And you see-
museum, is it?
Well, it could be, couldn't it, I suppose? And as for me, well, I'll be making tracks. Well, it's the start of day 2, and yesterday went rather well. We managed to find John his dream property in the second house. The only problem was that Chrissy didn't like the garden or the trees. I think we best leave that one alone. Bring on the mystery house then. Trees aren't a problem. It's even got a sea view. Lack of transport might be, though. Will their ship come in? It's time to find out. And to get to the mystery house, we're most definitely going off the beaten track. You know, you are going to take up the driving again?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
We need to. To live in Dorset, we're going to have to drive.
Yes.
It's a good road, don't you think?
No?
This road is atrocious, Aled.
This is a horse and
If I
cart.
had to walk down here, I think we won't be getting a car. We'll be getting
Horse
a
and
donkey or horse and cart.
Be good horse and cart along here, it'd be
Yes,
fun.
yeah, I think so.